I always believed my childhood was idyllic. I'm 29M, and I grew up in a quiet, small town with my parents and older brother, Mike, 33M. Mike was my hero, smart, athletic, and always looking out for me. But last year, I discovered a secret that shattered my perfect image of our family. It started when my parents decided to sell our old house. They asked Mike and me to help clean out the attic. While going through boxes of old toys and clothes, I found a hidden compartment in the floorboards. Inside was a stack of letters, all addressed to my brother. The letters were from a woman named Sarah. I had never heard of her before. Curious, I started reading them. They were love letters, filled with affection and longing. But they also hinted at something darker. Sarah mentioned a child she had with Mike, a child he had abandoned. I confronted Mike about the letters. He went pale and tried to take them from me, but I refused. He finally confessed that when he was 19, he had a brief relationship with Sarah, which resulted in a son. Scared and unprepared for fatherhood, he had left them both behind and never looked back. I was furious. How could he abandon his own child? How could he keep this secret from us? Mike tried to justify his actions, saying he was young and stupid, but it didn't change the fact that he had a son out there, growing up without a father. I decided to find Sarah and the child. It took some effort, but I finally tracked them down. Sarah was living in a nearby town, working 2 jobs to support her son, Ethan, who was now 10 years old. I introduced myself, explaining who I was and why I was there. Sarah was wary at first, but she agreed to let me meet Ethan. The moment I saw him, I knew he was Mike's son. He had the same eyes and smile. Ethan was shy but sweet, and I couldn't help but feel a connection to him. I told Mike about my visit, urging him to meet his son. At first he resisted, afraid of the consequences and the guilt, but after several long talks he agreed. The reunion was emotional and awkward, but it was a step toward healing. Mike started to take responsibility, visiting Ethan regularly and helping Sarah financially. It wasn't easy, and there were many challenges, but over time they began to build a relationship. Our family had to come to terms with the truth and work through the hurt and betrayal. Discovering Mike's secret was a turning point for all of us. It taught me about forgiveness and the importance of facing our mistakes. We can't change the past, but we can try to make things right and build a better future.